Fatal mistake that cost two CSX workers their lives earlier today near Union Station. We learned that two employees were checking on a train wheel when an Amtrak train hit them. Now, Amtrak service is back near full operation, but the investigation is still going at this hour. Mike Valerio joins us now live from the accident site. And Mike, passengers on that train are actually reaching out to you about what they felt.
That's right, Leslie. They're talking to me here on Twitter, and they say that they felt a bump, and then they had this screech of the train and the brakes, bringing that train to a halt. So you can see behind me, this is the accident site where it's closed at the moment, this gate sealing it off to all of us here in the media. But we have 4 sets of parallel tracks, no curves, no visible obstructions, and at this point, no reason as to why this all happened.
It's a train 9,000 feet long, with investigators in orange vests trying to find out how 2 workers crossed the path of an Amtrak train from Boston. A passenger on board writing to us, quote, "Felt like we were at typical speed for train at that point. Also, I felt mild impact and then train braked. I guess then that we hit something, but did not feel violent impact." The NTSB said today sensors indicated a problem with one of the wheels on the freight train. Dispatchers told the CSX train to stop, and then 2 employees went out to investigate.
The train came to a stop for the personnel, for the crew members, to take a look and try to identify what the problem was before continuing.
But early indications reveal the conductor and trainee ventured away from the train, stopped about 2 miles from Union Station.
At some point, 2 crew members from the CSX train crossed onto an active track on which Amtrak was operating passenger trains.
Communication between dispatch and all train crews will now come into focus as service resumes on one of the busiest rail corridors in the country.
Okay, so we also know here at this 5 o'clock hour that the freight train was based in Baltimore. No word yet if the crew members were based in Baltimore or if they're closer to our neck of the woods. But of course, on the news at 6, we're going to go deeper into this angle when we talk to these passengers who said that they heard, or they felt rather, the bump and then the force of the brakes. We actually asked the man in charge of this NTSB investigation if there was any indication that people on the Amtrak train saw these 2 CSX workers on the tracks. We'll have that coming up in the next hour. But for now, we're live here in Northeast. Mike Valerio, WUSA 9.